Hello everybody, this is Prasant Naidu here and we have Arun Prabhudesai from track.in. We are back with our video series. This time we got the influential blogger of the Indian blogging industry, and he's also a startup man. Arun, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And
Good
thanks
afternoon.
for giving us time in this lovely afternoon.
Yeah.
And let's start from asking you a very simple and easy question. Indian blogging industry knows who's Arun Prabhudesai. Prabhudesai is there for last 5 years.
Yeah.
Doesn't need any introduction, but let's hear it from your side once and for all.
Okay. I started tracking back in 2007, May 2007, and within about 5, and I was not in India at that time. I was in US, and I wanted to actually come back, and tracking for me was a vehicle to come back to India because I wanted to know what was happening. I've been in IT industry for about 15 odd years, and I wanted to quit my job and come and start something of my own. So tracking was kind of a platform where I wrote about the ideas of what I thought was Indian startup industry. The startup was just happening, the entrepreneurship was just happening, and it started as a business, technology, startup, entrepreneurship blog. It was kind of a very broad, horizontal 3 or 4 subjects I used to write on, and readers started liking it, and it grew very well. Within 6 months, there were a couple of sites which rated us one of the top 5 business blogs in India, and that's where the journey started, and ever since it has been.
Wherever it is a social media angle, social media press, I love supporting them, love writing good words, but I find a small problem. These days I see a lot of startups opening a Facebook page and a Twitter page, and after a month they don't visit. Right?
But that happens with everything. It's not only Facebook where they start a blog after 1 month.
I was supposed to come to this question. Welcome to this question. What advice do you want to give to startups, and how do you want tell them to use social media? What is the effective way that you think from your experience?
I'll tell you, on any platform, whether it be blogging, whether it be social media, any platform you get into, do you have something to share which the audience will consume? You open up a Twitter account or a Facebook account or even a blog, and you write something just because others are doing it, is never going to work. If you have something which you think a lot of people don't know about and you know it, please start. Or before starting, you start following others. If you want to gather, you just do not start off on social media just because everyone else is. Do not do that. So let me tell you, there are 3 different types of social media accounts. One is family and friends. Okay, so they are just communicating. So if that is the case, yes, you can start it anytime. But if you're asking me professionally, when you want to converse with people, get their opinions on something, you have some questions, that is the time you should, or you want to share something, that is the time you should start. Not because my friend has started and he has got about 500 followers or 1000 followers, I also want it. No. And most of the youngsters today do that. So that's my answer.
People love to like your article and move away. They just don't want to comment. And for a blogger, you know it very well.
Yeah.
A comment is like a monthly salary.
Yeah.
Right?
It is big, and I will tell you what. And today also, that is the one thing which I really hate. I started in 2007. For first 2 years, each of my posts used to get about 15-20 comments. Nowadays, it's not so much. There are a lot more people talking, but they are talking on probably their own social media timeline. They're talking on their Twitter and all that. They come here, read, and like you said, like and go. I don't have people coming there and discussing things. So yes, what you're saying is right. Like, it's become very easy. You just click and go off. For blogger, that's not a thing that he likes. He wants people to come, communicate, ask questions, or give his opinions on a particular article. That does not happen nowadays. But that's an inherent thing which is there due to the rise of social media.
So bring to that same question, do you think the conversations have moved from the blog to the online platforms?
Yes.
And does that help a blog like Tracking or some bloggers?
It helps, and it does not also, because a lot of times people are talking about your article, let's say, which you are not following, because it is into a completely different universe. They are talking among themselves, so you are not part of the conversation which is happening about your article somewhere else. So that is a negative thing. At the same time, there is positive, that there are so many people. It's very easy for people to just write about it. They don't have to find your article, but someone else gives a link, comments, they click and come. So the traffic increases due to social media, but conversation necessarily do not increase on your blog. They increase somewhere else.
Arun, finally, last question of the day, and we've taken a lot of time of yours. What message do you want to give to the bloggers out there, the Indian bloggers? Some small message which you want to give.
It's always been the same. There are two things, not one. One is, of course, create great content. People want to read good content. They want to read unique perspectives. So always bring in your own perspective. Don't be afraid that what will people say and all those things. Just write what you want and people will love it, or they may say no, this is wrong, but the thing is, people will generate interest. So write good content, create good content. And second thing, money will follow only if you have that good content which you are giving it to your readers consistently. So quality and consistency are the two things which you follow, and I'm sure a lot of bloggers like yourself will really flourish. So that's the message.
Well, that's a lovely message. Thank you very much, Arun.